Who do we leave behind? And how do we leave them? Waiting in the darkness.
Hola Naomi, ¿cómo estás? How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Let me tell you, you are in 28 Days Later, and that was one of the movies that changed my life. I always say that there are movies that change my life, and that's one of those.
Get that cleaned off.
I don't think that you get enough credit as Selena. And I think that you're as kick-ass at many characters like Ripley, like Sarah Connor, and I think that you should be celebrated as one of them.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
And let me ask you, in the movie you play Francis.
Yeah.
And I have a very difficult question for you.
Okay, what?
What would make someone fall in love with a serial killer?
I don't think you fall in love with the serial killer, right? And you know, that's a really interesting question about falling in love, because I was thinking about this the other day. I don't think we choose love, who we fall in love with. You know what I mean? Because I think that we often think like, oh, I want him to be this, and this. And then it's the person who's like the opposite of all those things that your heart connects with. You know, there's a person that you think, oh my God, he's too young, or he's too old, or he's whatever. Do you know what I mean? So I think love chooses you. So I don't think that anyone decides to fall in love with a serial killer, but it just happens.
Welcome back, Eddie Brock. It's been a long time. Miss you so much.
And I mean, and besides, Woody Harrelson is so charismatic. Who wouldn't fall in love with him, even if he was a serial killer?
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, it'd be really, really hard to resist Woody Harrelson. He is literally like, he's got charisma. He oozes charisma. He's just one of these people who just makes every moment, everywhere he is like the fun, cool place to be.
And let me ask you, how's the experience? Because we know him mostly as being funny, as being a comedian or an action hero. But how's the experience of seeing him being so scary?
Woody, I mean, being scary. What's so fascinating about that is that he manages to slip between like being really funny and then suddenly slip into be like really scary and then back into really funny. Like he just does it. He turns it on a dime. Like he's just so skilled. He's really phenomenal.
Eddie, you feel like home to me.
We know that Shriek, Francis, has the power of sound manipulation, and I was wondering, did you fall in love with this superpower, or if you had superpowers in real life, you would have a different one?
I would definitely choose a different one. Yeah. That, you know, the thing with Shriek is that, and also because she spent 25 years in isolation, right? So she hasn't had a lot of opportunity to use her voice. So she has no way of kind of tempering it. It's just on or it's off. And I think I would like a superpower which is a little more controllable and also more practical. Like there's not every day you want to shriek at people, but I'd like to teleport. That would be my one.
They're sending me to a place where there are others like me.
And that was my next question about her isolation. Since we all just went through isolation ourselves with the pandemic, did that affected the way that you connected with her? I know that you guys filmed before the pandemic, but
we did film before the pandemic, so I had no idea that was the future awaiting me. So I didn't know. I wasn't able to feed that into the creation of her.
Did it help you to understand her after the pandemic? Like, oh my God, now I know why she's doing those things.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very different experience, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think maybe people watching will feel like that was my experience. Literally, that's how it felt, like 25 years in a box. Yeah.
Let me tell you, I can't wait for everybody to watch the movie. And again, you kick ass here, you were kicking ass 20 years ago, 50 years ago. And I can't wait for everybody to see you in the movie.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind. I really appreciate that. Lovely talking to you.
Thank you. Adios.